Hi everybody, just got back from lugging some groceries home, so I'm a little overheated here, but I wanted to turn the camera on today. Earlier this morning I had the chance to watch the Owen Hart Dark Side of the Ring documentary, and for me it brings back some interesting memories of my very first visit to Kansas City, which was in November 2001. I had a week trip booked to go to Missouri because there were 3 football games and 2 U2 concerts all in Missouri in a 7-day span. I did a video on that trip several years ago, but I can't remember if I made mention of the first time I walked into that Kemper Arena. U2 had an interesting stage setup. They had a heart-shaped stage on the floor with people in the middle of the heart, and then they had a general admission standing room on the outside of the heart, and they spent half of the concert wandering around this little rampway. Anyway, I found out I'd seen the show earlier from the nosebleeds in another venue, so I knew that the best place to watch this concert was at the outer edge of this heart. So I got myself a general admission ticket and went to the arena nice and early so I could get into that general admission rush section. And lo and behold, there I was in the front row, right in front of the edge of the bottom of the heart there. It was Tuesday, November 27th, 2001, so about a year and a half after the Over the Edge incident. And I remember just looking around the arena. I was excited to be in Kansas City, having been a Kansas City Chiefs football fan for many years. Finally got a chance to go there and see the town, take in a football game, and lo and behold, here I was in the Kemper Arena for a concert. Then all of a sudden I looked up, and then it kind of hit me. I was standing pretty much right in the middle of that floor. And I just blurted out, "Holy shit, this is where he fell." And all the other people standing around me are like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And I just said, "Owen Hart fell right here." And I guess there were a few wrestling fans that they just went, "Holy fuck, you're right." Definitely put a bit of a damper on the excitement of seeing U2 put on a concert from the front row. And I was able to try to park that out of my mind and enjoy the show, but it was just so freaky, being able to think back to the horrible story of what happened. Here I was standing on the floor right in the center of Kemper Arena as a huge wrestling fan. I've been a wrestling fan since the mid-'80s, and I saw Owen wrestle many times. House shows at Maple Leaf Gardens when I lived in Toronto was the place to be. You got your squash matches on TV, you had your Saturday night's main event, and the TV product was all designed to get you to go out to the arena. And so I saw the Owen Hart Blue Blazer character back in 88, 89, whenever that was. And of course, years later, he finally got to be Owen Hart and not the Blue Blazer. I went to the WWE's pay-per-view in Hamilton, Ontario, 1998, I believe it was. I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was one of the In Your House breakdown. And Owen Hart, here he is, comes out into Hamilton, Ontario, wearing a Toronto Argonauts football jersey. Damn, that guy knew how to get heat. And I was like third row, seating up in the stands, very close to the rampway. So I got a really good look at Owen's match. I believe he wrestled Edge that night. And what a joy it was to watch him perform. And it was interesting looking at the documentary this morning, and seeing for the first time Owen's two kids grown up. It's the first time we've seen them. To see Martha Hart speak, and when she held up that little clip, the sailboat clip, I believe they called it. I grew up on sailboats, and I learned a lot about sailboat ropes and sheets, as they call them, pulleys, winches, and all these sort of things. And of course, you get to know very quickly, if you're on a sailboat, it's going to be tippy and you could potentially fall out of the boat, so you got to be careful. So we learned very quickly what's safe to grab and what you shouldn't grab. And a sheet pulley is not going to save your life. I think Martha even mentioned this is designed to hold 6 pounds pressure, and the WWE used that pulley to lower a 240-pound person. Vince McMahon and all the people that were working below you at the time, you guys fucking suck. That's all I'm going to say about that. Fuck you. Something I, as a Canadian wrestling fan, will never get over. And watching that video today just brought back the anger I felt back then. The anger I felt in 2001 at Kemper Arena. The anger I still feel today. Owen Hart was an amazing performer, amazing person, and Vince McMahon, you killed him, so fuck you. That's all I got to say about that. Thanks for watching.